Welcome to Day 7 of the 30 Days of ML Engineering series. Today, we're diving deep into activation functions. These functions are critical and often misunderstood components in neural networks. In this introduction, we'll establish the context, explore why activation functions are essential to neural networks, and look at the core problems they solve. An activation function is a mathematical gate that decides whether and how much a neuron fires, applied after the linear transformation Wx plus b. Critically, it introduces nonlinearity. Without it, stacking layers is mathematically equivalent to a single linear transformation. If we use only linear layers, the whole network collapses into one layer, unable to solve nonlinear problems like XOR. Activations introduce nonlinear composition, making the network a universal approximator capable of solving any complex function. We will explore 6 key activation functions spanning decades of deep learning development: Sigmoid, Tanh, the revolutionary ReLU, its variants Leaky ReLU and PReLU, and the modern transformer standard GELU. Section 2 focuses on foundational concepts, including gradient flow, vanishing gradients, output ranges, and computational complexity. This intuition is vital for choosing the right activation. The derivative of the activation function, f-z, is the most important component during training. If it's near 0, gradients vanish, freezing early layers. If it's greater than 1, gradients explode, causing divergence. Now we begin our technical deep dives, examining each function's formula, gradient behavior, and failure modes, along with their NumPy implementations. The sigmoid function, with its output range of 0,1 and maximum gradient of 0.25, suffers heavily from the vanishing gradient problem in deep networks, making it unsuitable for hidden layers. Tanh, or hyperbolic tangent, fixes sigmoid's non-zero centering problem by outputting between -1, 1, leading to healthier gradient updates. However, it still saturates for large inputs, causing vanishing gradients in deep MLPs. ReLU is computationally simple and prevents vanishing gradients for positive inputs, enabling deep networks. However, its major flaw is the, quote, dying ReLU problem, where negative inputs permanently kill the neuron. Leaky ReLU and PReLU were designed to fix the dying neuron problem by allowing a small, non-zero gradient in the negative zone. PReLU takes this further by learning the negative slope alpha during backpropagation. GELU, the Gaussian error linear unit, is the transformer standard used in models like GPT-4 and BERT. It offers a smooth, probabilistic transition based on the Gaussian CDF, which provides better performance trade-offs than ReLU in complex, attention-heavy architectures. Here are the concise NumPy implementations for all 6 functions and their derivatives, emphasizing numerical stability, computational simplicity, and how different derivatives are calculated in practice. The final section covers production patterns, guiding you through a decision framework based on model architecture, performance trade-offs, and real-world strategies used in models like ResNet and GPT-4. This framework offers guidance based on architecture. Use ReLU for CNN hidden layers and GELU for transformers. Sigmoid and Tanh are reserved for specific uses in RNNs and model outputs. The default starting point uses ReLU, GELU, Sigmoid, and Tanh, only deviating with empirical evidence. Comparing performance shows a fundamental trade-off. ReLU offers the fastest inference speed. However, GELU provides better accuracy and convergence quality, albeit being slower. For production, prioritize ReLU for low-latency inference and GELU for critical accuracy. Now, we will examine 3 landmark models to see how their activation choices influenced their success. ResNet combined ReLU with batch normalization, enabling training of deep 50-layer networks. BERT switched to GELU in FFN layers, gaining a 0.5% boost over ReLU. Modern LLMs like Llama 2 use SWIGLU, a gated activation variant that is more efficient than GELU. This is the code for the Activation Explorer. It uses Streamlit and Plotly to visualize the 6 functions and their derivatives. You can interactively compare activation behavior, which is essential for informed architecture decisions. We move to advanced topics, focusing on cutting-edge variants and the research frontier. SWIGLU and GELU are gated activations that use 2 linear projections multiplied together, improving over vanilla GELU. MISH is favored in some computer vision tasks for its smoothness. KAN, a 2024 research development, replaces fixed activations with learnable spline functions, showing potential for scientific AI. The best activation function is the one that works, but understanding why each works separates ML engineers from practitioners who just copy architectures. The formula matters, but the derivative matters more, especially in saturation zones. This final section reviews all the key concepts we've covered and outlines the next steps in the series. Today, you mastered core intuition, understood gradient flow, analyzed 6 functions deeply, learned production decisions, and built the NumPy implementation and the Streamlit Explorer. The full resources, including the interactive demo and source code, are available at the course lesson URL. Next up is Day 8, where we will build a similar explorer for loss functions like cross-entropy and focal loss. Day 7 is complete. You now understand activation functions from a deep learning research perspective. Continue your journey with Day 8 on Loss Function Explorer.